A school deputy head teacher who butchered his family before killing himself left a chilling suicide note apologizing and insisting he had no other choice. Alan Hawe, 39, left a 3-page handwritten letter explaining his warped reasons for murdering his wife and 3 children and taking his own life. His sons Liam, 13, Neil, 11, and Ryan, 6, were found in their beds with their throats cut, while his wife Clodagh, 40, had suffered axe and stab wounds and was found on a sitting room sofa, an inquest heard. In his rambling explanation, Hawe wrote after wiping out his family that he had been thinking about killing himself for some time but did not want to leave his 3 sons orphans, the Irish Mirror reports. Hawe, who meticulously planned the killings, said he was sorry for the way he had murdered them all, but insisted there was no other way. The family members were found dead at their home near Ballyjamestuff, Cookavan, on the morning August 29 last year. In the letter, Hawe pleaded with relatives to believe him that the family were happy on the day they brutally hacked and stabbed to death. The letter reads, "I'm sorry for how I murdered them all but I had no other way. I had to do this. I can't leave the boys orphans. I couldn't just up and leave them. Please believe me that on this day Clodagh and the boys were happy. I have wanted to kill myself for a long time now and I could not bear the thought of leaving my mess and the anger and rejection that Clodagh and the boys would have to live with forever. I didn't want them to be thought of less than by people just because of the way their father was." Hawe also detailed how he believed he was suffering from a form of psychosis, the Irish Star reported. He wrote, "All the good stuff we did I was really into, but I think there was some psychosis in me that I really enjoyed it and the next moment I was the complete opposite. Although to many I was so nice to them, but they never knew the real me." Hawe ended the note by revealing his wishes to be cremated and his ashes spread at sea. He added, "God bless you all, don't give up on life because of me. Be good to your families. I am sorry for all of this. Please cremate me and dump me in the sea. Do not bury me with the family or as a Catholic." A jury of 6 women and 1 man in Cavan Coroner's Court concluded on Tuesday that teacher Mrs. Hawe and the boys had all been unlawfully killed. Mrs. Hawe's relatives have said that Hawe murdered his wife and children and then killed himself as he faced the prospect of his marriage breaking up. He was also facing a fall from his position as a pillar of the community, the relatives said. The inquest heard Mr. Hawe was troubled, depressed and severely mentally ill in the months before the deaths. A solicitor for Mary Cole and Jacqueline Connolly, Mrs. Hawe's mother and sister, said Mr. Hawe targeted his wife and eldest son first for fear they may fight back. On the steps of the courthouse on Tuesday, lawyer Liam Keane said the killings were premeditated and calculated. Flanked by the grief-stricken Mrs. Cole and her surviving daughter Jacqueline Connolly, he said, "It is clear from the evidence presented at the inquest that Clodagh and her boys were killed in a sequence that ensured that the eldest and the most likely to provide effective resistance were killed first, and they were executed in a manner that rendered them unable to cry out for help." Mr. Keane said the 2-day hearing, which included harrowing evidence examining how the mother and her sons died, does not address why Hawe committed this savagery.